Give you guys a few minutes to get back into the stream in case it's freaking out. This give me a chance to close iTunes. If it will close, it doesn't seem to want to go away. No, I'm not using an application that uses iTunes. You're more than welcome to leave iTunes. I don't need you right now. There we go. I'll take care of it. And I will actually pull it up on my end to make sure that it is working properly. And it does appear to be doing that. All I need to do now is edit the title. And for reference's sake, since Gascan is here, it is now set to where mods can change the game that I'm streaming. So if I forget to change it from whatever I'm playing to something else, then you can type in, I believe it's !game, and then put a space, and then type in whatever I'm actually playing, and it will change it. It will have to be spelled and spaced correctly, though. So if you, like, needed to change it to Left 4 Dead, it would have to be, you know, capital L, EFT, space, the number 4, space, capital D, etc. So it has to be exactly right, but just something to keep in mind. You actually can do that. I don't know if you can change the title, but you can change the game, and that's what's important while people are searching it. So, let's get back into it. Chapter 5, The Island. Now, I don't have the map for the treasures, but I will pick that up whenever I find the first merchant, so for now, we will have to go without. There is a treasure pretty early on, but thankfully I actually know where it is, because otherwise you'd have to go back and get it, and as you can expect, I made the mistake a couple times when I was playing through my first couple playthroughs. So now we don't have to do that. Isn't it nice? So now, for whatever reason, they start changing the Velvet Blues to Emeralds. I'm not really sure why. If I had to make a guess, in development, they had the Spinels, which were from chapters 1 and 2, where the village was, and those were like basically your small, can be sold, you know, for a minor amount, don't actually do anything treasures. And in the castle they changed to Velvet Blue. The problem is not all of them got changed. So I think they were going to be Spinels throughout the entire game, and then they decided to go back and change it for the castle and for the island. That's my guess. The gems are evolving. I mean, I like the term Velvet Blue. It sounds nice, but, I mean, the emeralds are emeralds, so they're also pretty awesome. Yeah, no matter what you do, you're going to get spotted here, so don't even bother. So now we have military-esque enemies that actually come with stun rods and the like, rather than just the maces, so watch out for those. They don't have more health or anything, at least I don't remember them having more health. They're clearly not smarter. Oh, we sidestepped. Maybe they are getting smarter. They're evolving. They're clearly not evolving. Excuse. Oh, I forgot they can still have a chance to get stunned while they're like that. In Resident Evil 5, they can't. And I've put more time into Resident Evil 5 than I have 4. I've put a good amount of time into 4, but I've put over 1,000 hours into Resident Evil 5, so... So I know 5 a lot more than 4. Alright, I know there is a mini-boss that's going to come up here, and he's going to completely destroy my health whenever I do actually activate him. Ooh, nice. Looks like the reflector rotates. Rotate it? Alright, now, this part's kind of tricky. It's also very slow on rotating. And I may not even be able to do this right now. I think I might have to kill the dude. There's a light puzzle you have to do there. Yep, there he is. The Gatling gun. Here, take him. Yeah, problem is he can also hit you with the gun. Wow, that was enough to kill me. Alright, cool. Apparently getting pistol whipped or machine gun whipped in this case does a crap ton of damage. That's good to know. Send him in the ocean? Oh, you can't put him in the ocean. That's lame. Alright, I got a better idea. If that's how it's gonna go down. Panic grenade! Like they always say, if you can't beat them up. Oh, I didn't even drop anything. That's lame. With all that effort to kill you and you don't even drop anything. Tisk tisk. Let's do this the old-fashioned way. It ain't pretty, but it's effective. Keep in mind, that sniper rifle was upgraded as far as it could go. I just didn't want to waste the magnum bullets on him. You could, I guess, but you know, as long as you're not trapped in a room with him, you're probably gonna be alright against him. I just didn't realize he would do that much damage with hitting with the gun. In your bed. Oh, there you are. I was supposed to say, I know it hurts more, yeah. I had a feeling that was going to happen. Alright, I see how it is. My hat. You mean that hat? Ow! Alright, yeah, I need to heal. I'm going to die otherwise. Kind of flirting around with the green herbs, and I was like, yeah, maybe I won't need the bigger ones, but no, apparently I will. Get out of here. Trying to get your friend who's sniping over here, and then here you are. Oh, that's where you guys are spawning in. Now, your hat won't save you now. So I'm gonna slice your thighs. And your butt. And shoot you in the knee. This is the one true weakness of all mankind, is shooting them in the kneecaps. Alright, I know there's some TMP ammo in this little hut over here. Is there any other dudes? Told you I know this game too well. If I know Resident Evil 4 that well, and I told you I know 5 better than 4, imagine how well I know 5. I think that's all the enemies. Yeah, here we go. You have to activate that. It kind of does, actually. I haven't played Prime 2, but I've watched someone play it. I only own, the only Metroid Prime game that I own is 1, and I haven't played through it. Because I've only beaten 2 Metroid games. I've beaten Super Metroid, and then Metroid Other M, which gets a very bad rap. Again, I think Metroid Other M would make a great game, but the fact that Metroid slapped onto the title, honestly, probably is what made people hate it. If you took Metroid out of the equation and just, like, made it a space shooter game for the Wii, it would not be terrible. But because it doesn't follow conventional Metroid standards, that's what a lot of people don't like about it. And that's fair. You know, that's, like, a big part of making sure a game is done right, is that it fits the characters. And that goes for, like, any storytelling of any kind. Like, one of the biggest mistakes you can make while making any kind of, like, comedy cartoon show, and I've seen people do that a lot, SpongeBob is a great example of why it went bad, is the humor has to fit the characters, not the other way around. You can't just bend your character to make them look like somebody they're not even remotely close to being in order to fit your humor. It just doesn't work that way. Alright. That's taken care of. Let's get out of here. Anyway, back to what I was saying about this area is, the island area kind of doesn't follow Resident Evil conventions in the sense that typically in Resident Evil, whenever there's enemies nearby, specifically when they're alerted to your presence, music will play, and that music will stop playing whenever they're all gone. But there's some cases in here where that does not happen. So you do have to be quite careful in moving around. Thanks for panning up, camera. You made that very obvious. I appreciate that. I didn't mean to use that herb, but oh well. Oh, right. I keep forgetting I don't have the freaking thing. Go point finger somewhere else. Yes, I blocked his arrow with that shot. Shut up. There's actually an achievement in Resident Evil 5 for blocking a crossbow shot with a knife. It's not as hard as it sounds, surprisingly. You just have to get used to the swing of the knife. And then just... there's like a really good area to do it. I always thought about like showing off how to do achievements for Resident Evil 5, because I've actually done all the achievements aside from some of the DLC ones. Or they have that Steam issue where you can't unlock them even if you do it correctly. That can work. It's just you have to be really careful about when you make a new character. They have to fit in with the other characters, at least to some degree. Like, imagine if you took a comedy like, I don't know. Thinking character-wise, not how they would look in there, but like personality-wise. Say you take a show like, I don't know, Teen Titans, like, blend of Western and Japanese for animation, you know, has some really silly episodes, has some really serious episodes. Let's take an episode that's relatively serious, like Winner Take All, which, if you've not seen that Teen Titans episode, they take all the males from the Teen Titans, so Cyborg, Robin, and Beast Boy, along with a bunch of other Teen Titans, not Titans East, technically some of them are Titans East, but the honorary, a lot of them get made honorary Titans. The only one that doesn't is Gizmo, because he's a villain. So, you know, wouldn't make any sense. You know, silly but still serious. And then you threw in a character like, I don't know, Pinkie Pie from My Little Pony, Friendship is Magic. It would not fit at all. So you can make, you know, characters that can be silly in the situations, but they still have to fit the story. And, you know, there's a lot of things that made SpongeBob in particular. I use that for an example. There's a lot of things that made that go downhill. Because if you don't know about who has worked on SpongeBob, there's only one person in the SpongeBob team that has worked from it since the start and continued to work with it, and that's the storyboard artist. Now, recently, one of the episode writers had actually come back, which is why it's gotten a little bit better since then. But whenever you talk about the Dark Ages of SpongeBob, that's because the original people that had their design for it were no longer making it. And even good cartoons suffer from that. You know, like whenever the people that started the work on it, you know, moved on, they did something else, quit, whatever. You know, it's an individual vision, and that vision goes whenever you're not there to work on it anymore. So, you know, it happens. That's gonna hit me. Oh, that did a lot of damage. I was at full health when that hit me. And I am by no means an expert in, like, you know, video making, film editing, anything like that. I guess more closer to, like, you know, creating and developing a cartoon. I just can see patterns really well, I guess. And that seems to be the go-to pattern for when one of the things that often causes shows to go wrong. Can I just swoop around and... There we go. I like explosives. They're fun to use, so, you know. You give me an explosive barrel, I'm not just going to leave it there. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? I will give credit where credit is due. You've lasted a long time. Oh, great. It's these guys. And bye-bye. I don't know if it's intentional or not. It could, like, it would make sense to be a story thing. It could also be just complete happenstance. It seems to be that with the parasites getting exposed like that, if you fire at them right away, they'll die, like, almost immediately. That could be just kind of the equivalent of, you know, it's a parasite and it's a zombie game. Just the idea that a virus develops really quickly, like a generic zombie virus, where if you get bitten, you get turned into a zombie. And sometimes that virus activates very fast or exponentially so. But the idea of attacking something right when it's born makes it more vulnerable would make sense, even if it's not so much right when it's born, is just right when it's exposed. At the same time, that could also be complete happenstance, and I could be, you know, just talking out of my cake hole, for lack of a better term, and could be completely wrong about that. I'm not sure. But it would make sense either way. Oh, sweet, the merchant. Thank goodness. I actually need to use this then, because I'm pretty sure he's going to sell first aid spray to me, so this will give me opportunity for it. Alright, dude, time to hit you up, see what you got. Treasure Map Island, definitely taking that, because again, it will pay itself, and I don't know where everything is. Killer 7, this is the first Magnum you'll get in the game other than the Broken Butterfly, but the Broken Butterfly I picked up for free, so it made sense to use it. Pretty good, but you get it so late that it'll probably work great on later playthroughs, but on your first one, you're probably going to stick with this because it's been upgraded a ton. And that's everything else. Give me that. Only the one? Alright. Tune out Broken Butterfly, and semi-auto rifle. As much as I would love to upgrade the Broken Butterfly now, this is going to be more helpful coming into these areas. So we're going to go with that for now. I'm not going to be able to get that for the time being, but we've got time to pick it up.
What are you selling? Thank you. Is that all?
That's all we got right now. Did I miss anything? I did miss something. Something down there. That was back at the start, wasn't it? Like, the start? Okay, interesting. I swore that there was... I thought the emerald was the only thing, and I thought I picked it up. Alright, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna go back and get it, because I really do want to get those upgrades. We'll stick to shotgun for now. Got more ammo for it. Figure out how to get out of here. There we go. But they are not always firepower upgrades. I talked about this earlier. There's... You might have seen it in there. It's a shotgun called the Striker. And the bonus upgrade for it is it can hold 100 shots, which is hilarious. That's basically saying you're never going to have to reload this. Unless you're like me and you're one of those people that reloads pretty much every chance they get, because the one time you don't, you know you're going to get stuck ass out. Oh, okay, it wasn't at the very, very beginning. It was the beginning of this area, but not there. Okay, that makes more sense. Thinking about it, now I actually know where that is, but that kind of threw me off guard. Oh, hey, guys. Ooh, those look delicious. Can you actually jump down on those, I wonder? It probably won't let you. Is there another... Okay, thought I heard another guy. Guess not. It's a cat! Golden links. Yeah, it won't let you drop down on there. That's disappointing. That'd be a really funny, like, death that they could have just thrown in there for no reason. I guess there's nothing else back here. Alright. Well, thanks for that, I guess. Oh, that just shows how to get in there. What if we get the be at least one more enemy back there, but alright. If you're telling me no, then I guess not. And I'm pretty sure I can't even sell that golden links right now, because if I remember correctly... Yep, with 3 holes, meaning it's got treasures combined with it. But we have it for later, so that's good. I'm almost certain the first time I played through, I probably forgot that, and then picked up a bunch of collectibles where it was like, oh, this might fit in something, and I just never found out what it was. Also, I have no idea where that dude came from. He was just there. I have no clue what he was doing in that area all by himself. It was funny, though. You hopping down? You are? Alright, cool. Thanks for making that easy for me. Appreciate that. I'm not good at sniping in multiplayer games like Overwatch, but when it comes to sniping AI, they make it so easy. It's so much fun to do. Okay, which way am I supposed to go here? Oh, that door would have been locked. Okay, well that makes that easy. Oh, hey. What's up, man? Almost didn't see you there. Anything? Some money? Some shotgun shells in that treasure box that I figured would have treasure in it. Hence the name treasure box. Oh, that... Oh, ew, no. That's just wrong. How much you want to bet something's going to come flying out of that? I was supposed to say, surely you're just going to die, right? You're kind of on fire, so I figured. Man, it's dirty. Oh, it's great. So you found a hand grenade in a dirty sink and you took it. Starlord, what are you doing in this game? Accurate. Ooh, looks like there's a treasure coming up here. Oh, I know where it is. Yeah, I remember this room. These dudes look like they're really tough. They're full of it. Headshots will destroy them if you use the rifle. Beating them normally? Yeah, kind of tough. But with the rifle, no, not even a little. Careful where you swing that thing, man. Someone could get hurt. Ow. Hang out in this corner. Alright. It's like a double kick right there. It's ironic that normally in a horror movie you're supposed to never corner yourself in. That's like the dumbest thing you could do, and then here it worked out really well. Is that gonna be a guy with a spider head, probably? Yep, spider head. Hate spiders. Two for the price of one. I don't think flashbangs actually kill the spiders, but I know it'll kill that, so. Oh, right, that's what it does. It's not going to kill the spider, but it'll kill the body that's attached to you, and it'll jump out. Thankfully, it only takes a couple shots to kill it. I guess that sort of qualifies. Alright, what's in here? There we go, Redstone of Faith. Don't believe that voice. Yeah, no. Alright, now we're pretty good, actually. I don't think I want to use a healing item right now. There's not going to be a mini-boss where she is or anything like that. But I think I'll wait till I get low, and then I'm going to use this and get my health to max and increase it. We're pretty close to being full, but yeah, makes sense. Alright. Ashley's 19, by the way, just so we're clear on that. She doesn't look it, but she's 19. I'll take my sweet time.
Ashley.
Could have just busted the camera, you know.
Amateurs. Just hang in there, Ashley. I'm coming for you.
Can we see where we are? Oh, this is just the downstairs. Turn off the camera. Yeah, they did. I'll turn off the camera. Huh. That'll show them. Oh, right. Okay, I remember how this works now. At this point... That's where he came from, and so we're going to go that way. It just showed the wrong floor for whatever reason. I guess they wanted to show you Ashley was there, but, you know... It's not like an actual facility. Just keep looking around, and eventually you'll find what you're going for. See? Like, I found where I wanted to go. Hang out with my buddy here. I'm actually going to pick up everything in this room before talking to him, though. That was rude. I think I'll stick the pistol. I remember this area pretty well. There we go. The idea is that door will, like, open only when you're far enough away. But it will also open when all the enemies are beaten. So if you hit their hands when they have dynamite or just cause them to drop the dynamite in some way, it'll open the door. Or you just shoot them in the head, that works too. Get some don't drop the soap vibe from those dudes. Yeah, that seems about accurate. Rip. I mean, I guess if you're gonna die, it'd be better to die from the explosion than to die slowly, so that you've got that going for you at least. There's definitely some dudes in there. There you are. Well, that was pathetic. I think in Resident Evil 4, it just depends on the gun type that you use, how likely your chance of a headshot is, or getting the critical headshot where their heads explode. I mean, obviously you have to hit them in the head, but, you know, rifles are have a higher chance of doing that, etc. But in Resident Evil 5, you can actually upgrade the critical headshot chance, and it will get higher. At least on some stuff you can. Usually just pistols and sniper rifles.
Welcome.
Alright, let's get this last one done. Stop putting them in between the Ashleys. That's really cruel. That was not bad, considering. If I'd gotten that target up on the wall, I probably would have been fine. You don't have to get a headshot on all these. I know there's one for getting all the targets, and then one for, like, breaking a certain score value. The headshots give you more points, obviously, but... Body shots give you 50, they give you 100 on the dudes, and 200 on the women, which, you know, make of that what you will. That was the game's decision, not mine. Let's make that clear. I had a feeling he wasn't going to hold the gun steady there. My hands are not steady normally, but whenever I'm using a mouse, they're actually pretty steady because of how I hold the mouse, because I keep a very vice-like grip on it at all times. That probably wasn't good enough for anything. Oh, wow, that actually gave me all 6. Alright, whatever. I didn't hit all the targets, and I hit an Ashley target, and I still got enough for all 6. Alright, whatever. No. So I said I was going to show these off, so I might as well do that now that we've gotten them all. Is the bottle caps it gives you are not just for the collections in order to get money. They actually are figurines of the proper characters as well. So you can look at them all here. So it'll let you turn around the camera and see. You can zoom in. And then also it'll play a sound clip whenever you hit the mouse button.
Stand back! Stand back! Don't worry, Ashley. I'm coming for you. Ada!
If you're wondering where that jacket is, he has it in stage 1-1. He loses it after he gets kidnapped and it's never seen again.
Leon, help!
If that doesn't give you an idea of who you're working with when you're dealing with Ashley, then nothing will. Luis, the man of many talents, may he rest in peace.
Did you send out those invitations? I told you no more than 50 people.
Such a good line. Ada Wong.
Leon, now!
Don Jose, aka Random Generic Enemy Number 1.
Get past that beam, Basil!
Random Generic Enemy Number 2. Random Generic Enemy Number 3 who's pointing and shouting something, and it's probably quite rude. That sounds pretty rude to me. Guy with pitchfork. Dr. Salvador, i.e. Chainsaw Man. Bella Sisters, i.e. Chainsaw Women. They're mini-bosses you fight in the stage... or in chapter... 2 or 3. Pretty sure 2. As long as you isolate them, they're not very tough. The dudes whose face pops out, basically anybody who's got the parasite in them. The leader Zealot, again, they try to run away, but you can pick up their treasures if you're fast enough. That's usually how it is most times. Guys with the crossbows. That was a beautiful sound. Guys with shields. I'm assuming that's supposed to be muerte, which is the word for death in Spanish. Didn't sound like... it sounded like a D instead of a T. There's a merchant. Man with dynamite. He looks very proud of that dynamite, too. Look at that. Guy with the stun rod. It's a weird sounding noise. Guy with a hammer. Isabel, which is just, I guess, a random zombie that's pouring something, probably chicken feed. Maria, woman with very long butcher knife. And JJ, i.e. the minigun dude. Surprised the final boss, or like Salazar, isn't in here. A lot of these are just like generic enemies. That's really weird. Can I get these in real life? I don't think they've made any officially, but I'm pretty sure there's probably fan-made ones. Just don't get the Ashley one, because why would you want that? Alright, moving back on from what we were doing.
Got some rare. What are you
That's what I was hoping you'd say.
Is that old stranger? Thank you. Is that... what are you...
If that's new. The tactical vest. Feels safer with this armored vest. Reduces damage taken by 30%. That is actually pretty dang tempting, but I've not been doing bad on deaths, so I think I'm going to hold off on it. If you're playing on a higher difficulty than normal, I could not recommend that enough.
What are you buying?
Upgrades for butterfly and rifle. So it would have been for the striker shotgun if I was using that, and then the Killer 7 Magnum, because of course it's pretty new. So this is exclusive. Increase the firing speed, not power, but speed beyond the weapon's threshold. I believe it knocks it down from 1.83 to 0.80, actually, which is pretty dang good. So I would work on saving up for that. If I remember correctly, you can, like, based on the setup that I use, you can get all 4 of my guns. If you pick up every charge, you can get all 4 upgraded all the way. Unless you just have really bad luck with, like, the typical enemy money drops. But they usually drop money more often than anything else, so I wouldn't be too worried about it. There's also a treasure in that room. Oh, hi! These aren't supposed to respawn. What are you guys doing in here? Nah, he's not worth the flash grenade to do that. Alright, moving swiftly on. I seriously don't know how those guys spawned in there. That's really weird. I've never seen that happen before. Okay, so where was it specifically? Oh, it was over by that save point. Okay. So it's actually farther down here. Okay, yes, I gotta go through this door. It's in this room. It looked like it was back there for some reason. That was really weird. Yeah, it's probably in this. Yep, sure enough, brass pocket watch. Save option. You unlocked it. Oh, does this, like, lead back out to... Yeah, this leads back out to where we were, so it's a shortcut. Okay. I'm actually going to go and give that back to the merchant and see if I've got enough for that upgrade. I don't think that's going to matter enough. I don't think the brass pocket watch is worth that much. It's like 25,000. That's true, probably did. I wasn't paying much attention to what that one said. But yeah, they all speak Spanish. It's somewhere in Europe, but based on the fact that they're speaking Spanish instead of like French, I would assume it's somewhere in Spain. I don't think it ever specifies, like even looking up where it is, I don't think it specifies. But the fact that they speak Spanish and they use the Spanish currency tells me it's probably Spain. Because, you know, logic and thinking with that thing that's inside of your head called your brain. Yeah, that ain't gonna be enough to get there. Alright. Well, we'll probably get it on the next go-around. For now, let's continue on. Enough of this mucking about, shooting targets, and selling stuff to the merchant. Let's actually go kill some things. Okay, that looked like a pointless dead end there. Oh, is this the area? I think it is. Spain was supposed... Yeah, by 2007 they definitely were supposed to. I'm pretty sure that currency ended in, like... I want to say somewhere between the 1960s and the 1990s. I know that's a pretty broad gap, but A, I don't know my history. B, it was never my currency, and C, either way, it should have definitely expired by this point. Oh, it actually does want me to go down that hall. Alright. So this is one of the few enemies that people actually consider to be quite scary. And I don't mean jump scare scary, I mean actually scary, especially in Resident Evil 4. Problem is we're not going to be able to do anything about him right now. But yeah, there's a bunch of research equipment in here. I wish the over-the-shoulder would just back off a little bit. I barely see what I'm doing here. Door security system. Operate it. Temperature color panel. Okay, so the way this works is it's kind of just like a little pattern game like you saw us do in Wii Party a couple weeks back. You just have to try to rotate the colors until they create the proper flow in order to get where you need it to be. I think we need to rotate yellow, actually. Yeah, like that. Green. And red. There you go. I think there's a couple ways to do that, but, you know, just pick a pattern and go with it. Does it really matter? No. That's locked. Something inside the room must be blocking the door. Alright, well, we can't do that. That looks pretty nasty. Glad I wasn't that dude. That's what we're actually looking for. Luis's Memo 3. That's a nice picture of that smile down there. The hideous creatures known as the El Gigante and Novistadors are merely byproducts of the diabolical and inhumane experiments conducted on the specimens that were once human. But there's one type of creature that clearly distinguishes itself from the rest. They're called the Regenerators. They have a superior metabolism that allows them to regenerate their lost body parts at incredible speeds. Never seen anything like it. It is this characteristic that makes them almost invincible to conventional weapons. But like any living creature, there's a way to kill it. Apparently, the Plagas that live in its body are somewhat like leeches. They can't be seen with the naked eye. They can only be located through thermal imaging. To stop the regeneration processes, these must be destroyed. As far as I know, most of the Regenerators host a number of these leech-like Plagas. To kill the Regenerators, each one of these must be killed. God, I've seen... Yeah, this one's like pretty popular for known for being one of the few scary enemies in the game, and thankfully they don't do the stupid jump scare crap with it. That's not even like an you genuinely scared me, it's just like, really? But yeah, this guy. He attacks by like shooting needles at you primarily, but since we don't have anything with a thermal scope on it, we can't really deal with him right now, so... You could try to just fire at him and hope you hit the right spots, but of course that's going to be pretty tough to do. I'm surprised I didn't see that walking in here. Oh hey, there's another one. Oh yeah, they also try to just slap you like that. It looks really silly. I forgot about that. Regardless, we needed the key card to get one of these doors. Since that's the freezer card key and it says it's probably a freezer, I'm going to assume it's there. So yeah, these are cryogenically frozen bodies. I believe this is where the thermal scope is, though. Yeah, no, I'm just going to leave it there. I'm not even remotely curious about getting that herb or anything. It's fine. Luckily frozen won't open. Alright, is there a way to stop that? I figure if you let me in here first, there's probably a way to... Oh, right, the data rewriter. So now you can get it to be the waste disposal card key. There's no way to accidentally lock yourself out of that because, you know, you'd have to get in here first. Thing that climbs on the ceiling. No, this doesn't climb on the ceiling, thankfully. They make it pretty tough to deal with. And there's the infrared scope. The door's been locked, and of course they drop one of these out on you. Basically, the, here's how to use this. Whoa, we picked up a lot of stuff. Holy crap. Alright, well, if that's the case, I'm gonna move this over. Man, I didn't realize we had that much rifle ammo. Is this 3 wide? Yeah, it's 3 wide. Alright, well, we're going to move this up here for the time being because I want to move the scope down here. Do not throw away your other scope just because you got the infrared, because you're not always going to want the infrared scope. So you combine it like that, and then when you actually look down the sights... Oh, there you are. I'm going to move a little bit away from you so we can actually see what we're doing here. You can see its weak points. Like so. Sometimes there'll be weak points on the back. I think the ones that are outside will do more, since this is more of a tutorial one than anything. They don't make it incredibly tough. I think the other ones just drop money, but, you know, you might as well kill them, right? I think one of them's, like, in here somewhere. Oh, okay, sure. Yeah, there he is. But one of these does drop a key card, I'm pretty sure, but I don't think you have to go back and kill the other one if you don't want to. I think this one's probably going to drop the key card we need, or whatever item we need. I could be wrong, though. Oh, sure enough. Alright. How about you? Do you drop anything important? I'm glad that hit through the fence. I was kind of expecting it not to, despite the fact it clearly had spots it could have gone through. Oh, just money. Well, that's a little disappointing. I mean, I'll take the money, but I was expecting, I don't know, something more exciting than that. Something that would force you to kill the enemies. I guess that means you could run past if you didn't have the ammo for it, so... You can take some slight solace in that, I guess? I'll use the waste disposal key, and let's get out of here. I think that's the only other time you use that key. I don't think you rewrite the key multiple times. There will be a couple more of those dudes, but not right away. So they get the chance to operate this crane, and you get to do this. Yes, that does outright kill them and take them off the map. I'm not going to do that anymore, though, because that you can't get anything that they might drop, and I don't want to lose those drops. But I wanted to show it off because it's funny. Aw, dude, check out these guys. They look so cool. They know exactly what they're doing. They're just standing guard, and it's brilliant. Look at how smart these guys are. There's no way anybody would ever spot this guy from where he is. Dummies. Oh, hey, I actually didn't see you. Yes, run directly at the guy who's got the gun. That seems like a great idea. This is why I love fighting the AI in shooter games. They're so hilarious. Alright, so I do want to show that off again. It's a waste dump. Maybe it leads to lower levels? It does, but for now we're not going to go that way. Switch to the door on the left. Yeah, I think once you get too close, this door is going to shut automatically. No? Hey, I'll take that. I'm still definitely running out of space, and this attaché case does not get any bigger, so... I mean, I guess it's good in the sense, like, I'm not running low on inventory space, but I was definitely not expecting this to ever happen while playing. Especially since I hadn't played it for a while, either. But that's cool, at least. Let's go. I guess they invade that room whenever you come back here with Ashley, then. Yeah, that's her banging on the wall. We're finishing the game? Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and finish the game today. I was kind of in the mood to play it. We skipped it last week because I didn't have time for it because it was finals week and I didn't do anything. And then the week before that, we only got to play one... Oh my gosh. We only got to play one stage because the game crashed and I had to go through the level again. And I didn't want to have to show it off twice because I knew that would be boring. So we'll go ahead and finish. You know, we'll do a little bit of a counterbalance here. The other guy not dropping anything? Well, that's disappointing. Hi, Ashley. I need a card key. I only did that so she would stop banging on the door because it's very obnoxious. Like, seriously, what are you, my dad? It's not nice to point, sir. Oh, hi. Oh, hey, that worked. Cool. Alright, I kind of deserve that for showing off. I'll give you that one. Won't stop me from doing this, though. I love getting the critical headshots when you do a melee attack. It's so great. I'm curious, does he, Oh, they still do the suplex. That's lame. I actually kind of like the kick that he does on the villagers, like, super early game. Oh, well. I'm just used to doing the headshots because in later Resident Evils, it will actually do a varying amount of damage depending on what type of melee attack you do. Particularly in mercenary mode, it's very prevalent, and so some will do more damage than others, but for the character I typically use, the head melee does more than the foot melee does. Or, in the case of those, you can also shoot them in, like, the shoulders or the arms. Sonic! Yeah, she kind of is like Amy, actually. Original character of the Hedgehog. Go in here? I think this is just a... Oh no, this is actually the way to go. The way back was the save room. I just came in here for that, but you know. Okay, there's something over there. I just like breaking stuff, I'm sorry. I can't help it. I'm really bad about it. That's right. There's the regenerator you actually have to kill. I knew there was one that you had to kill at some point. I think there's actually a second one you might need to. Don't quote me on that, though. Oh, right. I forgot to switch scopes. Yeah, just hang here a minute. It'll be fine. Alright, there we go. I was supposed to say, I saw one on the back because he like turned slightly. I just wasn't sure exactly where it was. Alright, well, he's dying. Grab that cell. That thing's terrifying. It does look a little bit creepy, I will give you that. I guess I've just been really desensitized to it. Not just, like, that one in particular, but horror stuff really just never bugged me, ever. And it's probably because I watched a lot of creepy movies as a kid. You know, this was back in the days when movies had really creepy stuff and it somehow got past the censor. Because I watched older movies for my era. So I watched, like, you know, anything between early 90s to about late 70s. And there was some really creepy kids movies back then. Looking at you, brave little toaster. And so I guess I just got accustomed to, which also means I was a very messed up child and still are a very messed up child. Are. Has not made me any less corrupt, but it has completely desensitized me to any type of horror stuff. I think one of these actually has something in it. Yeah, there it is. Take that. Pretty sure one of these opens. It has money in it. Oh, okay. That also works. I'll take that. I probably do not have any space at all. I got a little bit. I still have way too much rifle ammo, though. I think I'll stick to the shotgun for now until I need to use the rifle to kill a regenerator, but I'm pretty sure it's mostly regenerator stuff for a little bit here. Okay, I was supposed to say, am I going the right way here? So this was the first and only time, my first time playing through when I killed the merchant, because this looked like a boss fight area, and it's actually not. And he was also kind of shrouded a little bit, and at that point I was apparently too stupid to realize that anytime you saw the blue flames, that was a reference to the fact that the merchant was there. I was used to hearing the merchant music, and so as a result, I didn't hear that and was like, oh, okay, it's probably like the boss that I have to fight. I wonder if I can get a head start on fighting him.
Thank you.
I'm playing this through to the end. Yes, I am playing this through to the end, all the way. Reason being is... Village Dog? I don't recognize your name. If you've been here before, the reason that I'm going to the end was, A, I kind of wanted to, and we had time to, and last week we didn't play because I had finals that week, and so I skipped a week. And then the week before that, I was playing through 4-1, and the level crashed right before I got to the end of the stage, and I had not saved through any of it, so I had to go replay through it off screen. So I figured we might as well go ahead and play to the end, because if we'd been on time, we would have played through the end anyway, so it made sense.
What are you buying?
I'm still going to say no on that tactical vest because I want this.
Is that all?
0.8, there we go.
What are you buying?
And not quite enough for the capacity yet. The firepower's not maxed either, so that makes me feel a little better because there's no way I could have gotten it right now, so I made the correct choice in doing the rifle first. But yes, we are playing to the end. For reference's sake, the weapons that I'm picking for this are Blacktail, which is maxed right now. Broken Butterfly, as you can see, is close. My shotgun I picked Riot Gun for, and my rifle is, of course, the semi-auto because, you know, the other one's not very good. I'm not a fan of bolt action, what can I say? In Resident Evil 5, the bolt action's more powerful, but even then I still prefer semi-autos. Right, was the computer needed batteries, so another character got it. Oh, yeah, that's right. There was also the, why do I keep wanting to say fire extinguisher? That's not right. The AC unit explodes and kills himself really early on at the start. Because I think the computer that needed batteries was from the... It was from one of the later movies. I hesitate to say second or third because I've actually done my research on this. Goes to Mars was actually developed first, but it was actually let out as a movie last between that and Ghost to Rescue. Because in Ghost to the Saves the Animal Shelter, whatever that one's called, the master, the actual guy, he's in college at that point. In the Ghost to Mars, he's got a kid. He's married and has a kid. He hasn't proposed to his then girlfriend, now wife, at that point. So they were actually supposed to be reversed when they got published. The one I was talking about with the AC unit exploding, that's from the original. That's like near the very start of the movie. That's whenever because back then the master's just a kid, like a really, really young kid, like 8 to 10 years old probably. And at that point, he had I swear there's like a secret to this if you go back in after the... Dan can't contact. Alright, maybe I'll come back here in a second then. But that's like way at the start, and it's when they have that summer house and they sell it. I think it's because they want to move to the city. I don't remember if it's their actual house or if it's their summer house, and they take all their appliances normally. But they'd leave their appliances there. I'm assuming they probably just sold the appliances with the rest of the house. And the AC unit's basically doing the whole, like, they abandoned us thing. And so as a result, he gets so angry that he, like, overheats and explodes. The junkyard wasn't as creepy. I remember that one specifically, and then the brave little toaster himself has a nightmare after the master leaves him with a clown, which is really creepy. I don't have a fear of clowns, but it was creepy. The junkyard scene I remember pretty well, and the song was actually pretty catchy for that one. The quicksand scene that was in the forest where they almost die and then they get saved by that dude that's in the monster truck in the middle of the jungle for some... I don't know why he was looking for electronic appliances in the middle of the jungle, but, you know, I'm sure there was a good reason. Probably wasn't a good reason at all, but either way. And I don't remember much else, honestly. I remember the lamp losing his light bulb because it burns out pretty quickly. That's really all I remember about that one. I remember them trying to replace all the appliances, and so the TV, like, keeps trying to, like, throw out advertisements and be like, hey, you should come to this area, because that's where, like, the toaster and all of them were. But I don't even remember how he finds his appliances. At least not in the first movie. I know in one of them they end up in the back of his car, and he was, like, looking for him for a long time, and he's like, oh, hey, they were here the whole time. But I'm pretty sure that's the one where he's in college. The point is, I don't remember my Brave Little Toaster movies, and I should go back and rewatch them. I did have the movies on VHS as well, but I guess we either sold them or they're up in the attic somewhere. I know the first one was on Netflix for a while. It might still be there. I don't honestly know. But that one's 87? 1987, I'm pretty sure. It's either 87 or 78. I might just be getting the numbers confused there. Oh, hey, guys. Meant to stop walking around with like a chicken with your head cut off. And there we go. Continue on our merry adventure. I do remember specifically that I'd watched him with a friend like about a year and a half, 2 years ago, and she had seen the first one and Ghost of Mars, but she had not seen To the Rescue. And there was a song in there that could not have been any more 90s if it had tried. It was so funny. Talking about the World Wide Web and like how you can save stuff on floppy disks. I'm like, ain't no one doing that anymore. Most people don't even use thumb drive these days, or flash drives, whatever you want to call them. Thumbsticks, there's a lot of names for them.
You okay? Come on, let's get out of here.
I like if we just turned to the camera and just stopped. Alright, whatever. That's 5-1 down. Power of streaming, playing Resident Evil while talking about Brave Little Toaster. All things that are horrific. Brave Little Toaster because, I mean, we already talked about that. Resident Evil because it's supposed to be scary, and streaming is just scary about how much we've developed in the terms of technological era. I make all these jokes about the 80s like I'm actually from the 80s. I'm not. I was born in 95. But I had a lot of stuff from the 80s, and know about a lot of stuff from the 80s. And so basically I'm saying I am not even a 90s kid, because, like, by the time I was 5, that would have been the year 2000. And, you know, I don't remember anything from age 0 to 5, or not, at least not most of it. So I was basically a 2000s kid, but I've watched enough from the 90s and 80s to know about it. Perhaps you figured it out already, but you may be able to get out of here by using the waste disposal vent. Thanks, Ada. Let's see if I can get that one dude out before he gets back up. There we go. Why? Why spiders? In your bed. Alright, just like a real spider, we'll do this. Oh, right, Ashley's with me. Oh well. Probably should have left her behind that corner. You play without her for such a long time. I just don't remember that she's there. And that's pretty much the nicest thing you can ever say about Ashley is it's almost like she wasn't even there. Alright, we'll have her wait there. the two big dudes I wanted out, so. What's up, nerd? You throw that at me. Kick your ass, boy. In your bed. Enough with the spiders. I do not want spiders. I do not like spiders. I am not friends with spiders, and I will never be friends with spiders. The only good spider is a dead spider, and that's not going to change anytime soon. Except for Spiderweber, I guess. He frequents my streams on occasion. He's alright. Ow! Get out of the way! I'm trying to hit the guy that's sniping me! Here this jackass is, running in front of him. Get away. I don't want you. Don't know what it is with people walking in front of each other's shots lately in every shooter I've played. Good or bad. Like even in Overwatch, when I'm trying to give somebody a shield pack with Brigitte, somebody else runs out in front of me and it hits them instead. It's always nice getting yelled at by someone like, oh, why didn't you use the shield thing on me? Like, I tried, your buddy there walked in front of me. Not that I actually keep sound on while playing Overwatch, that's just asking for trouble right there. If you're gonna play like a multiplayer shooter that has voice chat, the biggest advice I can give is turn the voice chat off. Like, mute it, don't let yourself be on it, you're gonna be toxic, it will not be fun, you'll end up angry by the end of the night.
Follow me. Wait.
Actually, we'll have you wait there. Don't worry, I'll save you. Worked out better than it should have. Oh, cool. That was actually enough to kill both of them. I'm kind of surprised by that. I know it had like the giant power upgrade, but that was expecting a little bit more out of that. It was another 90s TV series or movie series I watched a lot of as a kid. I'm trying to remember now.
Follow me. Looks like this is it.
Ugh, it stinks.
Sure does.
No way, Leon.
Way.
Leon, that was a drop straight down into trash, which likely had needles and crap in it. Why would you do that?
Never mind.
Yeah, like that right
I
there.
knew you'd be fine if you landed on your butt.
You...
Fat ass.
What is this?
Come on, let's go.
Just be thankful you didn't land on that. That probably would have killed you, or at the very least, been like falling into a cactus, basically. Apparently he's... It's fine, don't worry about it. I know what I'm doing. Leave it to a professional Resident Evil player. That's a bloody lie. I'm not professional by any stretch of the imagination. Case in point, why I missed that shot. And that shot. But he died, and that's what's important, so... No harm, no foul. Just watch the AC unit saying he gets super angry and blows up, and then the vacuum said he was a jerk anyway. I forgot he said that. Holy cow, what an ass. To be fair, the vacuum cleaner is like super angry all the time. Oh, that's right. I just now remember too the waterfall scene where he's like terrified to go across that too. To be fair, any electrical appliance should have a natural fear of that, so you know I can't really say I blame him. You actually have to have Ashley help you with this. There we go. Resident Evil 5 skills kicked in there because Resident Evil 5 is the first Resident Evil in the main series that has co-op in it, and so you're playing with an AI or with a second player throughout the game. Sheva's a little bit better than Ashley because, you know, she can actually do stuff, but as an AI, she's not very good. Oh, hey, another one of these. I'm perfectly okay with wasting a fair bit of ammo just because of how much we have. Like, I still have plenty of rifle ammo. Still 50 plus bullets. So it's not high on my priority list. Alright, let's see what we're doing now. Sir, what have I said about pointing fingers? I don't think we have any more regenerators, so I'm going to go back to the main scope here.
Wait.
Ow. I really wish I could find more handgun ammo. I'm running through a lot. It's mostly because of the rapid rate of fire, and I feel like I can just spam it because it's fun, but I'd also use a lot of ammo as a result. This game does actually pay attention to what you do and don't pick up, and 5 in particular is really good about that. If you're playing through 5 and you've got infinite ammo on your weapons, and you just don't ever pick up the ammo anymore, you only pick up the money, they'll start giving you more, money for your drops rather than
Follow me.
your ammo. So they actually do pay attention to it. I feel bad because I guess that's true. He couldn't exactly move out of that house. He was just stuck there, so he couldn't even go on the homeward bound, the incredible journey, for lack of a better phrase. I did watch that series as a kid too, both the Homeward Bound movies. Yes, there is actually a second one. That seems to surprise a lot of people, but what probably doesn't surprise you is it's not very good. It's not terrible, but I mean, does it hold up to the original? No. Ow. Yeah, I was trying to focus on the guys that could get Ashley first. That guy can just go away. I said away. Oh, hey. No. Let's try moving around a bit here. Apparently they're all going to start spawning on top of me. They got wise to the fact that I can just camp them from where I was.
Wait.
Get out of here. Can't see what I'm doing. Control panel for the wrecking ball. Who will operate it? We'll make Ashley do it. Oh, that's right. You have to, like, do this a couple times. Homeward Bound. I felt like a worse version of my Milo Knows. Never watched that one, honestly. Just never got around to it. I also never heard anything about it from most people, but... It's alright. Like, I feel like if you take it with a grain of salt, and you have to obviously know that, you know, at least with cartoon animals, it makes, probably because we're desensitized to it again, it makes sense that you could just, believe that they could talk, but since it's actual animals that they use, it's harder to believe that they could talk, and so your brain's just like, you know that's not their actual voice. I'm like, well, duh. But they're alright, I guess. The first one's pretty solid, and the second one's not as good. But I like the city layout of the second one more than the first one. The wilderness thing's kind of cool, but it, you know, nowadays it's been done so many times with other stuff, and it doesn't even have to be like Lost in the Wilderness. It could be something like Open Season, which I've not seen, and it looks terrible, so I have no plans to. But it seems like the wilderness was like a big thing that they had done back then, in like the 2000s. Just having stuff out there was just a lot more common, apparently. Looks like dog food or something. Ew. I was supposed to say, I came in here for something, right? There's nothing. Okay. Oh, I think there's a regenerator that spawns out there. That's probably what that was. Well, sorry about that, Ashley. I guess you're getting eaten alive. Oh, it's pretty bad. Yeah, I kind of figured it would be. That makes me feel better knowing it, because I remember seeing the trailers for it all the time. There's another one, Hoodwinked. That was another one. I think that was 2000s. Mid to late 2000s, but 2000s. And that one was okay. I don't know. I didn't care for it. I remember seeing it with a couple friends, and my mom went as well. And she liked it. One of my other friends liked it, but myself and somebody else I knew didn't really care for it. So 50-50. I feel like it was as good as it could have been for the concept, and the concept just wasn't very strong to begin with. But you know, they made do with what they had, and what they had was not great, so it's passable. And I will take that over the infinite cardinal sin that is you had a really good concept and your execution was terrible, i.e. Chalk Zone syndrome. Because the idea for Chalk Zone, that Nickelodeon cartoon, that idea is brilliant. The fact that, like, after you erase stuff on a chalkboard, or, like, erase it with an eraser or anything like that, that it, like, gets into its own world and it creates this giant world with all these things that people have created that didn't get to last long enough. Like, that's such a good idea, but the concept was so good, but they did such a bad job, and I wanted them to do well with it. And they just didn't do it, sadly. Oh, hey. Stop squirming when I hit you so much. I probably wouldn't miss that often. Alright, I can't take the hand on the hip thing, Ashley. You're gonna have to knock that off. Is there gonna be a merchant anytime soon? Because I actually have a decent amount of money now. Do it this way. Yeah, there's one coming up. Sweet. Sure, make her do it. While you do that, I will be reloading my guns. At least the ones that are maxed. I'm not going to reload the broken butterfly. I'm not daft. Plus, I mentioned that earlier, don't do that.
Wait.
You wait there. You're not allowed to talk to him. He's my friend. See, he even gives me red herbs. So our buddies like that. He's just cool. I need to start using some of those incendiary grenades. I got way too many.
Welcome.
Leave it to me, it gets eaten. I'd believe that.
What are you selling? What are you buying?
Yeah, that's the only one I got left to upgrade is Broken Butterfly.
Is that old stranger?
Yeah, I should make sure that we're clear on this.
Come.
I know I mentioned it, but I want to prove that it actually is the case. It's got one bullet in it right now.
Any time. What are you buying?
And now it's got 12. So, you do get the full capacity upgrade.
What are you
And it won't upgrade anymore right now, so I can't get that last firepower piece and then get the ultimate beef up for it. But we'll get that pretty soon, so. For now, we'll make do. Oh, I guess I missed that on my way in. Well, I'll take it. Actually, I'm going to go back in there and check one more thing. I'm pretty sure he's not going to have a first aid spray for me, because I've already got 3 healing items, but he might.
What are you buying?
Honestly, I'm not going to take that tactical vest, though. I'm not going to do it. If I was playing on a higher difficulty than normal, I probably would, but I'm not going to.
Wait.
Yay, we know how to think. And by we, I mean myself. What year was this? PC, I want to say 2002 is the original release of this, but for Steam, no idea. I'll check real quick. And the PC port does have, like, a couple additional things you can start with. There's some costumes you can wear. One of them gives you a bulletproof vest. It's Leon's original police outfit. Oh, 2005. I was way off. January 11th of 2005. I don't know why I wanted to say 2002. Maybe I was thinking of Resident Evil 2. No, I don't need to put in my Apple ID. Screw off.
Wait.
Ooh, first aid spray. That probably means this is going to be what I think it is. It's going to be a giant fighting area.
Follow me.
Alright, come on, let's go, Ashley.
Leave it to me, Leon.
The good news is, while she's in this area, she can't get killed. So, there's that at least. For what little that matters. I was saying something else, and I got completely sidetracked by figuring out what year this was. Oh well. Sure wasn't important. Yeah, I know. Good job, fellas. It's gonna let me. No, it's not. Oops. You're fine! What are you screaming about? Yeah, there ain't even anything over there. Screaming help and bloody murder at me. Grab that. I usually try to let them get on the vehicle, because then you can actually get their drops. For 2005, the hair physics and the thing are actually... Yeah, they actually do look pretty nice. I think all you have to do is set that on fire, and then it'll drive into a wall. Or get stuck, either way. Which means you just have to hit it. You don't have to shoot the driver or anything. Not that you could, really. But there's a shoot the driver section earlier in the game, so I felt it was important to mention that. Resident Evil 5 also has a shoot the driver one, but I don't think you have to shoot the driver. I think if the truck takes enough damage, you can still do that as well. Yeah, there we go. We're good. Yeah, I'm still good on all that. It's not really a section where I can even use grenades, so... You can make it, buddy! Oh, I thought the door was going to close on him and I was about to laugh really hard. The door gods are pleased with your sacrifice. Ashley can get attacked in this section, I'm pretty sure, so you're going to have to keep an eye on her. Hey, fellas. I get the feeling that would have actually technically hit me if I had left him there, so... In your bed. Yep, I'm gonna pull a lever, Kronk. Does this all count as murder? I don't know. If you consider getting rid of a zombie murder, then sure, but otherwise, no. I am getting back there. My gosh. Oh, she died. Oh well. She won't be missed. That's murder, though. And, you know, even if it counts as murder, the transmission for Hunnigan, that radio that he used back at the start of Chapter 5, that was initially used for Hunnigan, who was Leon's support on this mission. But they jacked the line at the start of Chapter 3, and you haven't heard from her since. But so what they don't know won't hurt you, I guess. Oh, I guess I need to get back on. I guess since I actually pulled the lever, it counted as a success and gave me the checkpoint at least. And it looks like we're good on everything else. So no, I don't think it's murder. I think you're probably fine. And if watching any zombie apocalypse movie / TV show or read any comics has told you anything, it's that people will do a lot worse during the apocalypse anyway. You're fine. Okay, I'm not quite sure what happened there, but it looks cool. In your bed. In your bed. In your bed. I have to link that clip later on to explain where I found that joke, in your bed. It's not even a joke, it's just something someone said and I thought it was funny, so I've used it. For the idea of, oh, just get out of here, basically. Oh, I was supposed to say there ain't nothing up there, hon. That always happens, by the way. It's supposed to go to this section. Yeah, like eat babies. Yeah, exactly. Baby eaters. Ugh. Alright, it doesn't look like there's anything in here. Is there a... Hey, the merchant! Let's go talk to him. He's pretty cool. Let him know we're okay. I'm sure he was worried about us.
Wait.
I know there's a pretty good set of stuff in here, if I remember correctly, so we'll grab all that first. Yeah, we got a cutscene coming up here. The Green Stone of Judgment. So according to the stones that we put into the cat's eyes, cats are both full of judgment and faith. I'm pretty sure one of those two things is correct. Statue with 2 stones fit in it, so yeah, we still gotta get that. Well, I guess the green one didn't go into the eye. I'm gonna guess the blue is probably the last color. Alright, the rest of that looks good.
Welcome.
You got that last upgrade? Nope, alright.
What are you buying?
I don't think you're gonna have any healing items, which is okay.
What are you selling?
Which means I'll just give you this.
Thank you.
And that's it for now. Is that third piece, like, anywhere on the horizon? Out of curiosity? Could be that. That's really far away. I don't think it's that one, but it could be. And then that's... This is the side of the final boss battle, I'm very sure about that. And I don't think that's the last piece of that cat. It might be, but I'm pretty sure it's this. But I could be surprised and be wrong. Who knows?
Follow me.
You know what? I'll go and equip it right now. That's how confident I am. I'm going to use one. I don't think I'm going to use one here.
I can feel them growing ever so strongly inside you. Sadler! Perhaps you can resist, but you cannot disobey. Now, come to me, Ashley. already begun.
End of chapter 5, too. I think this one actually does go to 5-4, because I think 5-4 is just the final boss fight, if I remember correctly. But I could be wrong about that. I will give you that. It's strange, like, his actual lines where he goes, Sadler, just doesn't sound right at all. But I will give credit where credit is due. Like, the grunting and groaning, if you've ever been in, like, a tremendous amount of pain, that was actually pretty accurate. They did a really good job with that part. Dun-dun, I'm evil now. I mean, to be fair, if I had to pick one person who I thought would be able to resist better, Ashley or Leon, Leon's going to resist far better than she ever would. So with that being said, I'm actually going to grab a drink very quickly. I'll even leave the mic on. I'll be that nice, because there's nobody else that you'll hear. So you won't have to worry about hearing loud noises in the background, but I'm going to go grab something really quickly, just because my throat's getting a bit parched. And quite frankly, I don't feel like drinking water right now. Oh, wait. This is actually sitting at my feet. Never mind, we're good. I'd completely forgotten I'd left that there. I was going to go get some iced coffee, but Powerade will do. Ah. Okay, much better. Also, it's a lot easier to move around whenever you're holding a grenade, because you don't have to... He doesn't have his arms up or anything like that. It's just like a normal running pose. It doesn't make him actually go fast or anything. Our plan, because with that agent we lost Chief Mendez and Ramon. Ramon being Salazar, by the way. Nevertheless, nevertheless, everything will proceed according to plan. I must admit, though, however, the loss of my men is a bit disheartening, but I'll deal with it. Replacing the lost will not come easy. I must choose wisely, for the Plaga reflects the conscience of their host. If chosen poorly, they could betray me. I need men who will swear their allegiance to me. I've learned my lesson when Sarah betrayed me. I'll not make the same mistake again. If this important, in this important hour, I cannot and will have anyone, not will, let me try that again. In this important hour, I cannot and will not have anyone stand in my way. So if the Plaga host is important and you need to make sure someone won't betray you, why inject Leon? Why not just kill him? Just saying.
What's the news on our friend, Leon?
He's not making it easy. The sample?
Sadler's got it. It seems he sniffed out our little game.
Perfect.
Just so we understand each other clearly, I don't trust you, nor does Wesker. If you try to do anything clever, I will kill you.
Is that so? You know, I met Wesker long before you.
We'll see soon enough if you did.
Yeah, we'll see.
Nice bray, loser. Pick up some shotgun shells. Don't mind me, man. It's fine. It's cool. It's a cool, dog. That'll give me a little bit of inventory space for the time being. Such good dodging skills of taking one step slightly to the right. Oh no, not one of those. This is a nice little cozy spot. I like this. I'll just hang out here for a while. Shooting from above. Oh, hi. Ow. Alright, that was rather rude. Yeah, there's probably one more yellow herb left in the game, and I think after that we're maxed. Dude! Stop that! Yeah, sure, why not? We just got it. Let's use it. I didn't want to go that way. Wasn't done in here, man. See, there's gotta be something in here. Yeah, there we go. A gruff voice and a knife I carry in the open to show I'm a villain. I mean, I usually keep a knife with me at all times. I don't even live in a bad area. It's mostly just for... just the general being able to be creepy if you want to. And I've checked the rule book at college. As long as the knife is less than 4 inches, then you're fine. It actually has come in handy in class before, though, because, like, sometimes somebody will bring something in and it'll be boxed in, taped up, and then it's like, well, this is going to be a pain to get it open. It's just like, alright, here, just use this. But it is, like, a proper hunting knife used for, like, you know, gutting deer or fish, so it actually probably could penetrate skin quite well. Alright, time for some quick times, because if that's not an arena, I don't know what is. This is a really hard segment in professional mode because of how quick you have to input these.
Been a long time, comrade. Krauser. I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
You're the one who kidnapped Ashley.
You catch on quick, as expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Yeah, that was my own fault. I hit the mouse buttons instead. Because you can't pick incorrectly. You can't smash all the buttons like you can in other Resident Evil games, which would be cool, but no, can't do it. Because it's only either X and C or the mouse buttons. So, I mean, your options are pretty limited. Keep in mind this was initially built for PlayStation, so it would be, you know, either... it'd be either a square, circle, triangle, or X. Apparently they didn't think about using the shoulder buttons, or something. I don't know.
Comrade.
Either way, Krauser's from a previous Resident Evil game, was thought to be a good guy, and then he died in the crash, as he mentioned.
You're the one who kidnapped
But he didn't actually die. It was just he was presumed dead.
As expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
What do you want?
The sample Sadler developed, that's all.
Leave Ashley out of this.
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
Where'd that barrel even come from?
You got her involved just for that?
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella.
Almost let it slip. Enough talk. Die, comrade!
Do you realize it changed the button there? Oh, apparently I didn't do it fast enough. Like, I realized it changed, apparently I just didn't realize quickly enough, because I changed buttons myself before I had said it, so I guess it didn't work. But for reference's sake, Umbrella is the initial corporation that caused the Raccoon City outbreak. It was obviously, in terms of, like, the public eye, it was completely destroyed after that, but a lot of the remnants of Umbrella are still around. such as Krauser, Albert Wesker, who's another prominent character in the series. Which, if you watch me play 5, probably next week, starting to play with 5, Wesker's a very big element of Resident Evil 5 because of Chris Redfield. That's who he fights, is Chris Redfield.
Umbrella's sake.
And another character called Jill Valentine.
Almost let it slip.
They give you a pretty good background on it in Resident Evil 5, though, because it shows all the events of Resident Evil 1. There we go. But they give you some good flashbacks, and there's even some DLC called Boston Nightmares, where you can play as Chris and Jill, and it will give you the lowdown on it.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
I mean, none of us can, so...
You knew each other?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Salazar? Yep.
Enjoy the reunion with your old friend.
As a matter of fact, I did.
Wonderful. I wouldn't want my special guests on the island feeling unattended.
Guess I'm supposed to thank you, right?
Ah, I have an idea. Since you're here, why don't I introduce you to it? It should keep you busy.
Can't remember the name, huh? A senior moment, perhaps.
Oh. Enjoy the fun.
Oh, I will. Meantime, though, I'll continue my merry little adventure. Any crates or anything? Nope. Alright. Let's get out of here. Ah, I remember this. These will obviously one-shot you. Alright, let's continue on. Little Matrix moment. It's fine. It's a switch on the right. Well, how about we press it then? Alright, let's get out of here. And if I recall correctly, yes. Elegant headdress. That is not a piece of the links, but you could still use it. Let's take a nice little rest here. It's no time for resting. Oh, alright. I guess not. A lot of the Resident Evil games have like a chair you can sit down and it'll say something like that, or they'll be reflecting on what's going on. Resident Evil 5 has that as well. And both Chris and Sheva can sit in the chair. It's pretty late in the game, too. I think that's like 5-3. So that game goes up to 6-3. I know in that one, each area has 3 chapters, except for stages 1 and 4 only have 2. Hey, buddy. Luis's Memo 4. As I try not to get the hiccups, I'll report my findings about the Plagas here. They have 3 distinct characteristics. 1, as mentioned previously, they have the ability to manipulate the behavior of patterns of their hosts. They are social organisms. Instead of living individually, they live in social harmony. Have a collective intelligence similar to insects such as bees and ants. However, this kind of social behavior is rarely seen among parasitic organisms. Perhaps it was a learned behavior by the Plagas. Finding out if there's any relationship. Plagas have exceptional adaptation skills. They are able to live off of any kinds of organisms by creating a symbiotic environment quickly. This ability, when combined with their social behaviors, allows them to interact intelligently between hosts regardless of the organism. Shame to admit that my pure fascination with the Plagas in hindsight has blinded me of the true research objectives. Even with the knowledge that Sadler was going to abuse the results of these experiments, I could not pull myself away from my research. As a result, I am just as responsible for this whole mess as he is. I can see now that I was wrong, but can I stop the plans alone? Nah, but we'll do it for you, Luis. You are a man among men. Flip these over. There we go. Now my OCD is fixed, even though I don't have OCD. Now the all-important question of the day.
Welcome. Got some
Hey, tune up. That's what I like to see. But first and foremost...
What are you selling? What are you buying?
Yeah, there we go. And Killer 7's on there as well. I'm assuming this is probably the last time that's going to be available to be upgraded as well. There we go.
Is that all?
Takes up to 28. And it wouldn't let me get the upgrade for that. I could have sworn there was one for it. That could just mean that the exclusive part is not available, because that can happen, and that's probably what it is. But it would have been cool to get the exclusive right now, but I probably didn't have the money for it regardless. So for now, that's okay. Nothing on the sides. This is the final yellow herb of the game, if I remember correctly. And also, if I remember right as well, we don't have to deal with Ashley anymore, so that's good. Maybe that's another reason I don't like the castle, is because there's a lot of dealing with Ashley. Actually, yeah, that probably is what it is. Because the village, despite being the first area, you really only have to deal with her for Chapter 2, not so much Chapter 1. I don't think you actually get to, like, have her in your party until the very start of 2-2. Well, the tracker fell off, or got knocked off, or they found it, something.
What's that?
Looks like yellow ooze. And also a thing! I presume this is probably the it he was referring to. And that's pretty ugly. Scary, no, but ugly, yes, very. Excuse me. Thank you. Won't open. Activating the emergency system of this container rig might release the lock. The emergency system's got to be around here somewhere. Like right there. Of course, there's another one. Nope, he totally got me. I was at almost full health, too. That's unfortunate. So the way this works is you can either shoot at him or just try to evade him. And, you know, that would also kind of force you to run right at him. But evading him, in my experience, usually seems to do better as long as you got enough healing to survive. I figured half health would be enough, but apparently it was not. So now knowing that, I'm going to do that, because that is pretty close to full, actually. And that will hopefully be enough. Hey, take that, sure. So the way this cargo set works is there's multiple containers, and you'll have to go through these and basically do the same thing each time. You'll have to shoot the green bulbs in order to release... I had a feeling that was going to happen. In order to get rid of some of the gratings that are in your way. And then actually activate the switches in order to open the main gate. And so you'll have to do that 3 times total. You can't kill this guy yet. You can only slow him down by shooting him, which will either stun him or force him back up onto the ceiling. It'll drop each set, but he won't die from it. That must be on the other side of the thing. Just keep in mind, when you activate both of the switches, you have a limited amount of time to get off of the set of the container that is there. that clearly didn't work. It will give you usually more than time. It gives you like a full minute if I remember correctly, so. Oh, 30 seconds. Well, that's still plenty of time. Excuse me. In your bed. Do not need you right now. And then just once you open the door, you're good. So, there's the second piece. Yeah, and activating these will also release levers like that on occasion. That's where there's like one up on the ceiling that's kind of weird to get to. Oh, no, it's right there. I could not see my targeting reticle at all just then. That was really painful to actually try to figure out where it was. Yeah, I'm just gonna ignore you. It'll be faster. Bye! Did I get a Switch? I mean, I do in fact have a Nintendo Switch, and I also did activate a Switch, so yes, either way. I wanted to go in the little service door there. I bet there was something over there. Well, I guess I'll have to find out later. Thanks, game. Oh, come on, you didn't hit me with that. Nice! Switch weapons here. Don't think grenades are going to work on this guy. Call it a hunch, but I don't think it's going to happen. I do have a fair bit of this stuff, though. I'm going to shoot that explosive container before I do anything, though. Then I'll go to Magnum. He's just going to burrow out from the ground and attack me, isn't he? Yep. You can come back up? I mean, like, all the way. I probably should have specified that. I don't have McCree's Fan the Hammer. I can't get you that fast. Anything in here? Besides dodge prompts. See if I could step backwards and hit him, but I guess it won't let me do that. There we go. Done. Switch, which game would you recommend first? Ooh. I would say in terms of, like, if you're not going to be able to get a second game for a while, and you want one you can play for a long time, if you're going for single player, then Breath of the Wild. If you like Zelda, Breath of the Wild will give you plenty of content. Nowadays, it's got enough of a guide to where it can help you. In my own spare time, because I'm apparently that guy, I did in fact like do the main, or the starting area, and then went straight to go fight Ganon and beat him. Took a while, but managed to pull it off. If you like Zelda. If you don't, and you're going for a single-player experience, if you don't mind the monotony of Mario Kart 8, then it's pretty good. If you want multiplayer, Splatoon 2 is a pretty good option. Mario Odyssey is a very good single-player option. There's a lot of content there. There's 999 Power Moons in the game. So there's plenty of content there. Again, it's probably all been shown, so you would be able to find a walkthrough on it. So I would say in terms of single-player, Odyssey or Zelda. In terms of multiplayer, then either Splatoon 2 or Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. And that's probably more a preference on if you like shooting games more or racing. I like some shooting games, but I like racing more, so I would pick Mario Kart, but that's my preference. And plus, you may already have Mario Kart 8, the regular one, so if you've already played the regular Mario Kart 8, Deluxe has some new stuff, but I wouldn't say it's enough to not pick a new Splatoon. Because I haven't played Splatoon much recently, but it's like, when I did play it a lot, it was really good. Thankfully, when Nintendo released their system, they were really smart about the games that they picked and when they were going to release them. I don't think there's... Well, no, actually, I think there is a green herb over here. So this is not the way I'm supposed to go. Yeah, it's not the way I'm supposed to go. So we're going to go this way first. But they released their stuff smart. Like, they had Breath of the Wild as a launch title, and that was long enough to hold people off for Splatoon. And then Splatoon was long enough to hold people off for Mario Kart, and Mario Kart was long enough to hold people off for Odyssey. Splatoon might have actually been after 8 Deluxe, but you get my point. Sort of Prime 4 in the future. Yeah, if you like Zelda titles, you'll probably like Breath of the Wild. Like, I enjoyed Breath of the Wild quite a bit, to be honest. It was, like, it was good. It had a lot of throwbacks to old Zeldas. It did some new stuff, particularly with the story. I guess the only downside to it is just the fact that there is so much, not in terms of story, but in terms of gameplay, but I feel like especially in terms of story. Good stories know when they need to end, and good games know when they need to end, and I don't know, I feel like for something that's usually primarily driven by the story, it's not so much there. There might have been a bit too much content for what I like, but in terms of, like, making sure you're getting your money's worth, you're definitely getting your money's worth with Breath of the Wild. Easily. Plus, nowadays, since it's been out for quite some time, you could probably get a copy of Breath of the Wild used for pretty inexpensive, at least compared to what it used to be. So you've got that, at least. I would recommend staying away from 1-2 Switch. It was kind of fun for like a little party game, but it's definitely not something I would go out of my way to play anymore. They've done a lot of updates for Bomberman R from what I've heard, so it might be better now. Back in the day it wasn't when it was first out, but it might be a little bit better now. I'm also not the biggest Bomberman fan in the world, so that might be part of it. But 1-2 Switch, yeah, I would avoid that one. Snipperclips is fun. I don't know if it's, like, worth the money fun. I would say, like, put it at half price of what it came out at launch, and it would be great. Like, it's a lot of fun to play that with a friend, but, you know... Oh, there is another yellow herb there. Wow. But in terms of, like, a single-player experience, probably not the best option in the world. I think what else is out for Switch. I'll be honest, I have not touched my Switch in a while, but that's because a lot of stuff for PC has come out that I really wanted to have come out soon. There's a lot of new stuff on Overwatch that I was super excited to play, including the events that, well, one of them ended pretty recently. Stardew Valley got its multiplayer out, which I was super excited about. It's still in beta, but you can actually play Stardew with a friend, and it's a lot of fun, so I've gotten back into that recently as well. In fact, I've done a little bit of Stardew on stream. I'm not going to be able to show that one on my archive channel because it got deleted a long time ago. But I might do like a little multiplayer stream. I might try to get like somebody else in here that plays Stardew and have them do co-op with me. The Blue Stone of Treason. There we go. The Lynx is done. One of these is gonna have a snake in it, isn't it? No, didn't actually. Wow. Kind of surprised by that. Already done all the games, so there's no need to do that. Krauser's note. Turns out the old man Sadler wasn't by me from the start, even though I succeeded in kidnapping Ashley. I sort of sensed when Sadler didn't let me completely in the loop. Under the circumstance, I had no other alternative but to call for assistance. Perhaps she knew this is the way it was going to turn out all along. My guess is her ultimate goal might be different from Wesker's and mine. This is a perfect opportunity to find out. After I get rid of Leon and retrieve the sample, I'll put her in a body bag along with Leon and send them both to Wesker. Well, she probably caught on to you faster than you caught on to her, but, you know.
Welcome. Got some rare. What are you selling?
Alright, let's see if we've got enough for that final upgrade.
What are you buying?
Yep, because here it is. That's the only thing left, too. Wow. I know there's more merchants besides this guy. He's not the last one, but point still stands. Oh, that's painful on how close that is. I'm actually not that far away from that. Shoot. Really wanted it before this boss fight coming up. I'll have enough for the last boss fight. I'll easily have that much by then. Still, that's really close. Dang. Missed it by 4,300.
Not enough cash.
I don't think there's anything else I could even sell for that much. Oh, wait.
Is that all?
There we go. I knew we'd find a use for those incendiary grenades. Increases firepower beyond the weapon's threshold. Firepower from 28 to 50.
Thank you.
Pretty much doubled how strong it was, and it was already really dang strong.
Come back.
Sweet. I'm impressed I actually had enough for that, too. And now, don't have to worry about all those incendiaries getting in the way. So that's nice. I'll even switch this up here and move these back down here. The hand grenades are actually really strong as well, so I'm going to hang on to those. Short game. Stardew being a short game? It's sort of short-ish. Unless you're referring to how much is left of this, in which case, yeah, we're almost done. Wait, go back down. I saw that barrel over there. Yeah, but what were you referring to as a short game, Phazon? Stardew? Better job of hiding the barrels. I didn't even see that until I almost walked completely past it. And we'll leave those there as is in case I run into a red, because I'm pretty sure there's at least one red down here. Yeah, there's only one treasure left in the game. Wow. It's fine, because I don't need any more, but, you know.
So, you two are all hooked up now, is that it?
Where's Ashley?
Do you really want to know?
Where'd your shirt go?
That gate. But you'll need 3 insignias to open it.
What are you gonna do, Krauser?
There's one in the north, and the other in the east.
And let me guess, you got the last one.
It pretty much means you're on a tight leash.
Sounds like you thought this one out pretty well.
Alright, so you've got to get to the first 2 insignias. I think you actually have to get the one he has last. Which makes sense, because they want him to shoot at you the entire time. Otherwise, you'd probably just go straight for him. That would make the most sense. And he'll be chasing you down, gunning you down the entire time. So focus on just evading him above all else. Do not waste your resources on killing him. Alright, open until the timer is off. Okay. Yeah, I didn't think I'd be able to get out of that one. Let's do this. Yeah, should be enough health. I think they actually are forced to damage him then. Jeez, you just run through those bullets like it's nothing. Alright, let's try something a little bit more conventional. My god, that was stupid. Oh wow, it actually let me stay alive. That's not making any difference, but you know. Yeah, once he throws the flash grenades like that, he'll just disappear and then the lock should... Yep. I've not fought Krauser in a long time, so I would probably die several times while doing this. What, you didn't do the thing that time? Alright, whatever. Could've sworn there was an herb behind one of these, maybe not. Alright. We'll take the reprieve while we got it. Actually, hold on. There's a little... Leon versus Solid Snake. You can't kill me, I'm climbing up a ladder. I hate to break it to you, but when you actually go to fight Krauser, he's a little bit of a joke. And you'll see why shortly. Throw a grenade at me, boy. That's my job. One down.
What do you intend to do restoring Umbrella?
To bring order and balance to this insane world of ours.
A psycho like you can't bring order or balance.
You don't seriously think a conservative mind can chart a new course for the world, do you?
Beast the Holy Beast, Panther. Also, yes, the typical I will destroy Spira, I will save it mentality again. Get out of here. Ha! I shot your hat off. What are you gonna do now? Much easier to use the Magnum here. I'd completely forgotten about that. Not that I had it, but, you know, that it did that much more damage. So I think I'll stick with that. Just so I'm not wasting every other weapon type. Okay, where am I taking this to? Right there. Alright. Reminds me of that one. He does look like a Street Fighter character, now that he's got, like, the war paint on and no shirt, for whatever reason. Actually, I guess since I'm only using the Magnum, there's not any other enemies that come here. I can just stick with equipping this. Gee, I wonder if he's around this corner. He still... I know, he lost the hat. I shot the hat off of his head in that first encounter where I got the first piece. Oh, there are more enemies in here. I forgot about these little things. They're not that much of a threat, though. You just can gun them down long before they do anything. They just explode if you get too close to them, so they're really not that bad.
You fight for, comrade?
My past, I suppose.
Umbrella.
No, I want to go down here. That was a good time to organize inventory. He won't mind, I'm sure. Alright, that's taken care of. Let's move on. I would recommend grabbing these before you grab the second piece, because you're going to be fighting Krauser up here for the third and final piece, so... Make sure we got everything we need here. Obviously, reload. Now, I'm going to hope and pray I can do this correctly, because when I said Krauser's a joke... It had nothing to do with the fact that I got the Magnum fully upgraded. It's actually something completely different entirely. So we're going to hope I can do this correctly first try.
2 down, 1 more to go, Krauser.
We'll see about that. Witness the power!
You've lost it completely, Krauser.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Thanks for putting Soul Edge into your arm, by the way. It seems like a good idea. Just gotta remember how to do this. Well, I got something in my eye. Holy cow. Alright, there we go. Thankfully, I think it'll let us skip the... Yeah, there we go.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
survive this one just because I'm at low health? Yeah, I didn't think so. Well, I almost had it correctly.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
Why didn't I... It wouldn't let me move. Alright, fine. If you're just gonna be cheap about it, then I'm just gonna heal up. See if I care. Alright, it's not letting me use my, spacebar anymore. Yeah, it wouldn't let me do anything right there. It let me do it last time. Why wouldn't it let me do it now? No. I'm gonna be cheap about it. Why doesn't it let me do it? That's really dumb. It worked fine the first 2 times, and all of a sudden it's not letting me do it anymore. No. Yeah, you're just not gonna let me do it anymore. Alright. Actually, that might be what it was. If I remember it correctly. Okay, not sure what happened there. Yeah, it's not gonna let me... Oh, that sucks! It worked fine the last 2 times. Last 2 times that prompt came up, I had no problems dodging it. Or not dodging it, but attacking before he did. And now it's not gonna let me do it anymore. I actually killed him? Wow. Alright. So the reason he's supposed to be a joke, it didn't work there, it should've. The reason it didn't work there is you can get him stuck in an infinite loop with a knife if you time it correctly. Like, whenever that prompt comes up, you're supposed to be able to swing, and you can get him right before he gets you. And so you can just basically swing the knife over and over and beat him without firing a single shot. I don't know why it wouldn't let me do that in time, but that's how you can do it. And it works even on professional. He's obviously got more health there, but it does work. That really sucks that it didn't actually let me do it ahead of him, though. Oh well. And now we just smash buttons a couple times. And done. That's it for 5.3. Next up is 5.4, final chapter. I guess it isn't just the final boss fight. Alright. Well, I'm gonna go and use this. Yeah, no, there's no more merchants, so... Not that I need him for anything. Well, I guess the healing sprays would be nice. But in terms of upgrades, I guess that's it for him. Hey, Salazar. Krauser's dead.
So, it seems you killed Krauser too. How shall I return my appreciation?
What are you talking about? I thought he was with you.
What are you talking about? Did you really think I'd trust an American? To tell you the truth, I was contemplating how to get rid of him. But thanks to you, that's no longer necessary.
You were just using him right from the start.
Oh, I must hand it to you. You've demonstrated quite a bit of promise by killing Krauser. When your assimilation with Las Plagas is complete, I'll have you serve as my guard.
Unfortunately, I'm gonna have to decline your generous offer. I have prior engagements.
Enjoy your smart-mouthing while you can.
So as evil as the guy, as Sadler is, you have to admit it was pretty obvious that he'd be being used right from the start, though. Like, he captured Ashley to threaten America. Why would he trust an American? Like, duh. I'm American and I can accept the inability. Yeah, that's also entirely true.
Hey, it's about time.
Sorry, bad traffic. I'll cover you.
Now that's what I call backup.
My name's Mike. You're looking for firepower, you've come to the right place.
Don't you mean you got to the right place? Shit, we couldn't have done that at the village, but, I mean, they kind of made it obvious at the start, too. The whole, like, yeah, we can't really get that many people involved because we don't have any proof. Now that they have proof. No, you can't hit me from behind a wall. I'm sorry about that. That's not how guns work. At least not from those types of walls. Thank you. Appreciate that. Can I not jump over this? That's kind of a shame. Alright. Love the music here, though. I feel like the game's telling me to go that way, so I'm going to go this way instead. Nice. I feel like this is an area where they're just, like, letting you have a bunch of fun. Like, they give you a helicopter dude to help you. There's explosive barrels you can use. Good job. I'm just down here. Don't mind me. Is this guy gonna die sometime? There we go. Ow. Oh, it's one of you. Alright, that'll work. Change it up for a bit here. Don't use too much rifle ammo though, because the rifle's pretty good on the final boss. That helicopter pilot's shooting at me? Oh, can you not? No, you can jump down. What the heck? Oh, just on that one spot. Alright. Whatever. Oh, hey, it's that guy. Where did he get shot from by a crossbow? Oh, that guy's dead. Maybe he got the dude with the crossbow, I don't know. Well, just completely ignore him. I know the dude with the miniguns up there, so I'm going to switch to this. Oh, he's not. Oh, he's probably down here. Yeah, there he is. In your bed. Not that it matters, but I'll take your money. No more. That would actually make sense. Is it just like it doesn't see any more moving targets, and so it just sees you and it fires at you, but it's taken off. The ability to damage you is taken off because it's an ally unit. That would make sense. Though Resident Evil 5, there's a helicopter pilot that helps you in 1-2, and he can damage you. He can actually kill you. He doesn't fire a minigun, though. He fires rockets at you. Or fires rockets around you, but he can fire a rocket and kill you with the explosion. If you want to try getting back at him, he's a ghost. You can't do anything to him, sadly. Both in this game and in 5, they're unable to be damaged. Thought I had a different weapon equipped. I'd love to tell you that that was my poor timing in running through, but unfortunately it was not. I've checked before. The reload time that the miniguns have is completely random, so you're better off just trying to run the whole thing. You have no idea if they're going to reload within half a second, or if they're going to take 5 or 6 seconds. There's just no way to know. Oh no, they closed the gate. It's almost like I knew they were going to do that, which is why I was up here in the first place. Ow. Rude. Thanks, camera. Appreciate that. Take care of your homeboy down here. Oh no, not a shield. And it's gone. Not only is the shield gone, the guy behind it died in one hit. Is he screaming, "Get out of the way" at me while I'm nowhere near his fire? You tell him, man. You tell him. Trying to jump down there, but sure, we'll grab the money that I was initially avoiding because I didn't want it. Hi. Ah, he didn't drop anything. That's disappointing. Oh, fine. Let me go around. That. You are gonna let me drop off this, right? Nope. Alright, cool. Oh, hey, a first aid spray. Get out of the way when I want to get out of the way. I'm gonna go ahead and use that now. I probably shouldn't, but I'm going to. There we go. Nice and spacious.
Take cover!
Love the slow-mo. It's so good. Apparently this turned into 300. You know, if it was with zombies and guns instead of swords and spears and shields.
Thanks. When we get out of here, drinks are on me.
Yeah, hey, I know a good bar.
Yeah, remember how I said helicopter pilots don't survive in Resident Evil?
I'll make sure you're the next to go, Saddler.
Ooh, I'm sorry, Leon.
Sadler, you bastard!
It's not.
They couldn't put bastard in the subtitles, that's hilarious.
Don't tell me you've never swatted a bothersome fly. In essence, it's the same thing.
What did you say? Insects' life doesn't compare to human lives.
When you've acquired this power, you too will understand.
Guess it's another good reason to get the parasite out of my body.
I wish you luck.
All the corpses can still potentially drop stuff, that's funny. Poor Mike, he was 3 days away from retirement. His last words were, "I know a good bar." He also had, like, a very fake Italian accent. Mike, I'll make sure they pay. Maybe he's not dead if Krauser didn't die in the plane crash. Maybe he's fine. I don't know. Rest in peace, Italian Mike. That'll be our raid message if I remember it, Italian Mike. Pearl Pendant. I believe that's the last treasure of the game right there. Yep, sure enough is.
Leon, you okay?
Yeah.
Nice creepy eyes. Nice. Good knee to the crotch. PETA would disagree. I was thinking it actually, yeah, with the insects' lives don't compare to humans.
We have to get that parasite out of your body.
Yeah. But before that, I gotta save Ashley.
Fine. Let's split up.
Anything else in here? Nope, doesn't look like it. Alright, let's get out of here. I know it looked like we were going to go through a desert area again, but back to the facility area. Because, sure, I don't know. There's a reason. Once I figure it out, I'll let you know. I don't think the game's going to crash again, but just in case it does, I'm going to go and do this now. Hey, some shotgun shells. Mmm, delicious. For those who don't mind being spoiled and hate being freaked out, there is a regenerator in this area. There he is. Like he had some on his feet, which would have been weird. My bee. How biggity bee. Shoot. I was hoping he'd have a key or something, but I guess not. Not anything in the cell. That's lame. So that means there's no reason to not just literally go right past him. Well, that's disappointing. Alright. Jeez, a lot of these things. Alright, let's go through another firefight. Oh, minigun dude's back. Oh, this is gonna hurt. Oh, it didn't count. Cool. Speaking of things I'm glad didn't count. Get out of here. Oh, that was really bad. Apparently nobody has anything I need to actually get from them. Something in this one then? Hey, there we go. Don't need that, but you know what? I'll take it anyway. Well, that was rude. Need that to open the door, man. Here you are, just closing it. Oh, thought there'd be a couple guys behind me. You sure there's not? Oh yeah, there's one. There's actually a few. You know what? I've got a bunch of these now. Oh, that was the guy with the key. For some reason I thought he'd be up at the top. Oops. Here. I'm gonna need that for anything. So the actual carburetor's got to be up here then. No? Oh yay, some TMP ammo that I don't care about. Well, that guy's off to somewhere important, I guess. Oh, that's what he's doing. Alright. Be that way, then. Alright, what was in here? Alright, that works. Why are you giving me all this money? There's no more merchants. Unless there is one final merchant. One final merchant, coincidentally being the name of a very good 70s rock band. I will say that area that we just did right then was very reminiscent of one of the final areas in Resident Evil 5. It's the last time that you actually have any like proper firefights, and everything else left in the game is all boss fights. Alright, that's opened. Hello, friends. When in doubt, go for the legs. Head's always a good option too, though, you know. And a suplex, I mean, you can never go wrong with one of those. Hi, Ashley.
You'll soon harbor an awesome power. Yet it seems you would rather choose death.
I'm taking Ashley back, whether you like it or not.
Ah, the audacity of youth.
Using force palm, are we? I've got some more TMP ammo if you need it.
Leon, now!
Getting Mother Brain vibes from Ashley's. Yeah, a little bit. Or Melissa Bergman, take your pick. Ew, he poops out of his hand?
Let's go.
I don't think she's awake, dude. Her eyes were closed that entire time. There you go. Now you're thinking. Good thing there was those conveniently placed barrels back there. Oh, there is another merchant. Alright, cool. Did Ashley just have... Oh, no, she does. Trust me, just wait till the ending cutscene. You'll see. Also, earlier, back when Luis was still alive, he makes... Like, the first time he meets Ashley, he makes a crack about her breasts. Real objective of this research is to find a way to remove the plagas from the infected persons, but to find a way so the plaga could not be removed. And we were able to find out the plagas could be removed by exposing them to a special radiation. The only drawback is that it's extremely painful, since the plaga attaches itself to the nerve. Well, yeah, that would make sense. Other fact is, once the plaga turns into an adult, the removal procedure could kill the host, but perhaps death isn't so bad when you think about the alternative. Hey, buddy.
Welcome. Got a selection of good. What are you selling? Thank you. What are you buying?
I guess I could buy the vest now, since I don't really need to upgrade anything. But first things first. We're grabbing that. But yeah, I'll also take the vest. If that's all I really want to get, might as well.
Come back.
And it actually does show on his character. You see he's got like the elbow pads and an actual vest on. And everything is reloaded. This looks like we're good. Alright. Okay, that was weird. It wouldn't let me through the door for some reason there.
Wait.
Get out of here. I remember there being enemies in this area, but I guess there was. Good thing they were all super weak.
Follow me. Wait.
Which way am I supposed to be going here? I'm gonna assume it's this way. Yep, here we go.
This hunk of junk? I don't know about this, Leon.
There's only one way to find out. You operate.
I would not trust any 19-year-old to operate on me.
Want to do this?
Especially not Ashley.
All right. Here goes nothing. How are you feeling?
Like $1,000,000.
I thought you were gonna die. All right. Guess I'm up.
Have fun, Ashley. I'm just saying the story could have been a lot more interesting if she actually couldn't get it removed.
You okay?
Like Leon could, because, you know, he got it just in time, but she couldn't.
I don't know about you, but I think it's time we go home.
Next, the final... Oh, that's why I didn't remember a 5-5. They just call it the final chapter, but it's pretty much just the boss fight. Alright. Let's do this. Phew, thank God it's out. Yep. That's what she said? I have no idea how this thing works. The important thing is we're still alive. So you have no idea how it works, and yet you still operated it to get rid of the parasite. That's... yeah. Good thinking there, buddy. Oh, I do have a yellow herb to, or a green herb to combine that. Alright, let's do this then. There, you can enjoy that slight health upgrade. So I guess you can max them both, but I would still recommend maxing Leon's health far more than I would Ashley's. Okay, so I'm very sure this is the final merchant, so anything that you want to get, now would be the time to do so.
Welcome. Got a selection. What are you buying?
I don't think I really need anything. Nope.
What are you selling?
I'll sell you this, because I don't want it.
Thank you.
It's not going to do me any good anyway, so it's no point. So this is what we got going into the finale.
Anytime.
Thankfully, Ashley does not journey with you up here to the final boss fight. So you'll not have to worry about keeping her alive.
Right. Ashley, you stay here.
Thank God they didn't do that. That would be awful if he had to keep her alive in this fight. It'd be almost impossible.
Ada!
Nice try, buddy.
Better try a new trick, because that one's getting old. You okay?
I've been better.
What's so funny?
Oh, I think you know. The American
During the operation on Ashley, my father heard the moaning and asked me what I was watching. Thanks, Resident Evil.
movies. Oh, Mr. Kennedy, you entertain me. To show my appreciation, I will help you awaken from
Yeah, if
your
I had to show any erotic game on Twitch, that would even crack like the top 80.
Ada, stand back.
Also, nice eye in the mouth there. Welcome to Salazar, the final boss of Resident Evil 4. Like many of the giant bosses that you fought, the one in Chapter 4, Chapter 2, etc. For the end game, or the the finale of the chapters. Emergency, locking down elevator. The weak point is, of course, in the eye. Around here we go. That's better. I don't know why I picked those up. I'm probably not going to need them. Really, the difficulty comes with hitting him because the eye actually moves around in between his legs, and his legs are, of course, moving constantly as he is. So that's really probably the toughest part, is actually getting the hits in. It's not figuring out where you have to get him from. You can also do stuff like this. So that's cool. Oh, that ain't gonna be good. Okay, for all the showboating, that actually didn't do as much as I expected. So yeah, the eye will be in one of the legs. If you shoot that, then it will reveal the weak point. You can also hit it with the construction pieces, but sometimes the legs are actually easier to hit than the than using the construction is, because you have to time it. Alright, that's enough of that. I'm just gonna walk across now. Or that could disappear. Sure, that works too. Let's just do that. My god, every time I try to cross that, he's just in the way. There we go. It will do that every time you go across the bridge, but you have to step on the bridge. You're gonna get that far. No. Alright. Do that. Around. It kind of makes noises similar to Goma now that I'm hearing it.
Use this.
Where'd you even throw that? Oh. Take the rocket launcher special? Yep. Now I gotta figure out how to fit this in my inventory. Just do that. Flip that over here, and I think that'll be enough space. Sorry, I have something... There's like a hair that's getting stuck in between my nose and my eye. Rocket launcher that fires a special rocket, a perfect weapon to exterminate the boss. I believe that only it can be used on the boss, and it's only a one-time use. There is an infinite rocket launcher you can buy, but it's obviously not this one. You don't have to aim that at all. As long as you hit any part on his hitbox, it will automatically activate that cutscene. So you don't have to hit him in the weak point or anything like that. You can miss, though, and I think if you miss, it actually... either like recharges, quote unquote recharges after a certain amount of time, or it may just activate a cutscene that kills you, but I don't think so.
Sorry, Leon. Hand it over.
Ada, you do know what this is.
You're flying, Jack. Or she actually is, so.
Don't worry. I'll take good care of it.
Ada!
Gotta go. If I were you, I'd get off this island too.
I love his exasperated Ada.
Here, catch. Better get a move on. See you around.
Very cute.
And totally not Ada's style at all, but you know. The actual keychain, not her style of giving you that. You got the jet ski key. Use the rocket launcher on her. I like Ada, though. Ada's one of my favorite characters in Resident Evil, so there's no way I would do that. Enjoy that money. That could be used on a later, New Game Plus, if you're wondering why in the world they would give you money for killing the boss and there's nothing left. Don't worry about the actual timer, though. You got plenty of time.
Leon,
We have to get off this island now. It's gonna blow any minute.
it's gonna what?
You know, blow, explode, self-destruct. And just to reiterate one more time how dumb Ashley is, they give you that. Nothing in there, it doesn't look like. Alright. Jet ski time. A jet ski key. You could call it a present from Ada. Well, sorta. Alright, let's do this. I'm not very good at this, I will warn you. So we may or may not die here a couple times.
Behind us!
I know! Just hold on!
Oh, never mind, we're good. Remember that being a lot harder. Guess not, though. Hi, Ashley. You'll be missed. Wow, that water looks really bad.
Hey! Where are ya?
Leon!
Come on. Let's go home.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.
So, after you take me back to my place, how about we do some, overtime?
Sorry.
Somehow I knew you'd say that, but it doesn't hurt to ask, you know? So, who was that woman anyway?
Why do you ask?
Come on, tell me.
She's like a part of me I can't let go. Let's leave it at that.
A shark eats it. That'd be the best ending this game ever. So in case the game audio was not loud enough, because I know that's slightly a problem, but again, it's not something I can fix because it's not in the game data for Steam. She asked, after we get home, maybe you want to work some overtime. She literally just invited Leon to sleep with her. I know, it's bad. But as you can probably tell from this game, and as you could definitely tell if you played Resident Evil 6, Leon's far more attracted to Ada and vice versa than he would ever be towards Ashley. They have this sort of, not really Romeo and Juliet, well, it's sort of Romeo and Juliet thing. They don't end up dying, but the idea of they both like each other, but Leon works for the side of good and Ada works for the side of evil, so... Even though there's no good side of the family on Romeo and Juliet, it's what stops them, so... So yeah, that's Resident Evil 4. Like, as a whole, I enjoyed playing the game. Played 5 first, and then I went back and played 4 before I'd played 6. So the tank controls have some getting used to, but if you can get used to the controls and get them down, the game is a lot of fun to play. Even if you're playing it on high difficulties, it can be a lot of fun. Drawbacks really lie within Ashley's escort mission, as you can probably tell, and the voice acting's not the most stellar in the world. But, you know, it's kind of an older, at this point, you know, that would qualify as older, kind of an older game, and, you know, shooters back in the olden days, I guess, were not the best thing in the world. Yeah, there we go, Catwoman and Batman. I knew there was another one, just wasn't coming to mind. But overall, like, I would give the game probably, as a whole, like, and just how much I enjoy it, I'd give it, like, probably 8.5 or 9, like, pretty high up there. And I would say probably closer to 8.5 just because I am fully aware that there are some, like, big issues with it. Well, maybe not even big, but there are some issues in it. And I can kind of look past it because of how much I like it, but still. Also, yes, this game did do mocap, i.e. motion capture, the idea of using technology to basically put a bunch of sensors on a person's body and then have them do stuff. So, like, all the kicks, the suplexes, all that stuff that Leon does in the game with his physical attacks, that was somebody actually doing that in real life. At least the voice acting doesn't have that laugh from Final Fantasy. That's true, it does not have the Final Fantasy X laugh, even though that was done on purpose. I know, because there's actually a video on YouTube where the voice actor for Titus is talking about that. He, like, pulls out all the old scripts, and they're really cool to see. But, yeah, apparently he had to make a video letting people know that that was done on purpose. And I knew it was on purpose, but it didn't make the laugh any less bad. But you know it's done on purpose, because right after Titus does the really fake, stupid laugh, he has a laugh that actually sounds legit. So it's not like he just all of a sudden decided to just do that poorly. Or not, that he just, you know, couldn't laugh. He decided to do that poorly. But as a whole, I don't know if I'd say I like this one more than 5. I've not played Resident Evil 5 in a while, so I'll be curious to see when we get to that if I still feel like that one was more fun to play than 4. 5 is fun if you take the story elements out of it and just enjoy it as a game. I think it's probably a little bit better, but that's probably because it's been a little bit more polished. If in terms of horror, though, 4 is gonna, like, destroy 5 10 ways from Sunday. Characters and events depicted in this game are fictitious. All similarity to actual persons living or dead is purely coincidental. This game is protected under the laws of the Raccoon Police Department. Unauthorized duplication, distribution, or exhibition may result in civil liability and criminal prosecution by STARS members, I believe it said.
Again, is that you?
Finally, the line's jack free.
Hey, Hunnigan, no glasses.
Forget the glasses. What's the status of the mission?
I've rescued the subject. We're returning home.
You did it, Leon.
Thanks. You know, you're kind of cute without those glasses. Give me your number when I get back.
May I remind you that you're still on duty.
Story of my life.
Poor Leon. Yeah, he does like Ada more, but like in terms of a relationship that actually makes sense, you know, they both work on the same side. And Hunnigan's in Resident Evil 6 as well. She kind of serves as the same advisor person. Result, hit ratio 79%, enemies killed 957. Well, that's pretty close to 1,000 actually. Number of times killed 23, clear time 11 hours, 15 minutes, 33 seconds. Upload data leaderboards? No thanks. I don't have that much faith in me. So, once you beat in the game, you can buy an infinite launcher and a Matilda from the merchant. Infinite rocket launcher is a lot of fun to mess around with. And Resident Evil 5, you can get that as well, but I believe you have to beat the game in under a certain time. I think it is the case with this one as well. I think it's 13 hours, which honestly, that's plenty of time to beat the whole game. Ever streaming a Final Fantasy. If I did, it would probably be Final Fantasy X. The only thing is, I don't know how I feel about streaming RPGs. With Paper Mario, I feel like the game's, you know, engaging enough the majority of the time to actually do it. For bigger games like Final Fantasy, I'm not so sure. RPGs are very specific in that sense. That'll do it for Resident Evil 4. I might come back at some point and show the extras. Separate Ways is basically you're playing through the game, except it's a lot shorter, but you're basically going through all of Ada and like what she does in her story. like that part at the end there where she shot Sadler and then shot the barrels to stop him from following Leon, you actually fight Sadler as Ada in that part. Assignment Ada, I believe, is something similar. Mercenaries, I said I'd talk about. So I might at least show the Mercenaries, and then Ada's report's just her own. She picks those up in Assignment Ada, I believe, at the end of each stage, and the movie browser's just to view the cutscenes without actually having to do the quick times. But I'll probably at least show the Mercenaries, but I might show both of these as well. We will see. Plan on ending at 6 to save more. Yeah, I had initially, but I kind of wanted to keep going, and I enjoyed playing it, so. This recording session just for Chapter 5 was 3 hours long. Either way, it is definitely time for me to get food. So, thank you all for watching. This week, it will honestly depend on what games we do specifically, but we will be doing stuff during the weekend. I think I'm going to keep it for now in terms of streams just on weekends, so probably just either Friday, Saturday, Friday, Sunday, or Saturday, Sunday, and just do 2 a week. And it will probably be mostly just Friday and Saturday, and at least until Minecraft Hardcore is finished. Which will be either done this coming Sunday or the Sunday after. We're going to have 2 or 3 more episodes of it, probably. And I'll keep doing that until the end of May, until I'm sure everybody's out of classes, because I'm out of university, because we finish a month early, because we start early. But I'm fully aware everybody that's actually in class doesn't, they're not able to watch those during the weekdays, even if they are done later. So I'll probably wait until, pretty good chunk of the way through May. Like, I don't know, it's the 6th right now, and I'd probably wait until, I'd say like the 25th, 26th, 27th that week, so that's, 3 weeks from now. And then I can probably start streaming during the weekdays, because that would start going into June, July, and then everybody will be out of classes. In the meantime, though, thank you all very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed Resident Evil 4, and we'll be starting Resident Evil 5 pretty soon. Or to be doing this. I'll probably come back to this first before I start on Resident Evil 5, because Resident Evil 5 has its own separate content. It's got Lost in Nightmares, it's got Desperate Escape, which, I talked about Lost in Nightmares, but I'm not going to ruin what Desperate Escape is. Mercenaries is in that as well. So I'll probably be seeing this sometime in this coming week, maybe, and then I'll probably do maybe Mario Party, maybe something else. It will depend on who is available. In the meantime, thank you all for watching. This has been pitmarthroy with Resident Evil 4, and I will see you guys sometime in the following week. Thank you all for watching. We are going to find ourselves a raid target, because I actually said I was going to do that this time. And for once, I'll actually remember. I'm actually curious to see if the Runaway guys are still doing their charity stream or not, though, because I'll just link to them instead. Because they're doing some pretty cool stuff right now. Yeah, they are still going. Okay, that's good. It'll automatically go there, but they're doing a charity donation. They've been doing a marathon for about 3 days, and they're doing any donations go to direct relief. They've already raised over $100,000. Right now it's at $104,951. So I will link to their page. I'm pretty sure they're not accepting raids or anything like that, so I'll just do the straight up posts. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you sometime this week. Later.